It is Hope at Crafty Hope, and I'm coming here with another art journal. Today I am working in my little inspiration junk journal that I made as part of the Yumi Same 3 for January of 2021, so this current year, depending on when you're watching this. So the page that I'm working on there in this junk journal is part of it's a reproduction Sears and Roebuck catalog that I picked up at Tractor Supply a couple years ago. Again, it's reproduction. It's kind of cool. The pages themselves are like almost like newsprint, so but a little bit sturdier. Anyway, I collaged down a couple pieces with my Uhu glue stick, and off to the side I had this clothing tag. It's about the size of a playing card, but a little bit thicker. It was off one of my husband's new shirts or pants or something. I don't know. And I know I'd seen Tiffany of Southern Gals Designs recently alter some clothing tags, so I thought, I'm gonna grab this and um, see what I can do with it. So I collaged down the excess from what I had put on my page onto that tag. We'll get to it in a little bit again, but that way it has some of the same theme running through. Now I grabbed a couple what are those, like tubes? I don't know, of Dina Wakley acrylic paint. The first one was fuchsia, and then this one I think is lemon. And I am putting those down with a brayer. So I put down the fuchsia first and then dotted on a little bit of the lemon. And then I've got this paint from Target. I don't know what the brand is, but it's their regular paint. And this is slate, I think is the color. And I just wanted something neutral to go in over the top of it to push back those other two colors a little bit. And you saw I used a paintbrush a little bit to get it out of there and then brayered it. And then I'm going to dry it real quick because that's my MO. Now I've got my Stabilo all pencil in black because I love it. And so I'm just drawing these like circle shapes and then lines from them. So they're like these wonky trees or flowers or something. It doesn't really matter. It was just some doodle direction. And once I got those on there, I realized I needed probably something on that other side. So I kind of did it in the other direction. I thought that would give it a little bit of interest. You don't ever see this in the end product. You get some of the Stabilo in the background, but you can't really tell what it is. So it gave me direction. And then I've got a fine liner here, which is filled with some like fluid acrylic and white and some, what do you call that, airbrush medium. So I think I did it about half and half as recommended from other people I've heard. And I just scribbled that on there real quick and I'm going to dry it too. Because, yeah, that way nothing smears between these layers. And again, some of this doesn't really matter because I've got this tag that I'm altering and it covers up a big bulk of the page. But that also becomes like a huge problem for me here. I struggled through this page quite a bit. The end result I absolutely love, and that's why y'all are seeing it, but I struggled so much. Now to kind of incorporate some of the other colors we've got going on in there, I'm going to add some just little dashes using that fuchsia Dina Wakley paint. Of course, I'm going to get it all over myself because, yeah, that's how I roll. And yeah, so I've got these little dashes on there. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to pull that off, and instead of drying it, I just smushed it onto, I think that's an envelope that I'm using there to back my page and protect the other pages. And then I'm going to go ahead and collage the back side of this tag. Basically, I mean, you're not going to see it in the end, but I kind of didn't know exactly what I was going to do with that card yet, so I thought anything that did show from the other page, I wanted to go ahead and have covered up. So I started with that, and I'm taking that little piece of waste, gonna go ahead and stick that on the front, because waste not, want not, y'all. And then I decided to work a little bit more on, I guess, that card. I had some fabric. I don't know where it came from. Um, yeah, looking at it, I don't know. It's probably part of an old tablecloth, just based on how it's fraying there. But it could be from anything. And I've been trying to Uh, get into the habit a little bit more of having things, I guess, poke out from my pages, either the top or the side, just to lend some interest to the actual journal itself when it's closed. So I knew I was going to kind of have that card, or keep saying card because it's card shaped, but that tag come up the top. So I wanted that like frayed portion of the fabric kind of on that upper side of it, so it would give a little fringe fun on in the journal. I'm gonna collage down real quick a piece of that looks like dictionary paper, because what from me is complete without some dictionary paper in it. It's my jam. So I've got that down, and then I've got a bingo card, or yeah, that I'm going to put down. I picked up some of those online because I really love those big numbers. And so I'm going to stick that in there. And then yeah, like I said, I'm struggling with this because I kept seeing how this was going to be a problem. Now, I didn't cover up all of the tag when I did this, so I decided to ink up the edges with my Distress Oxide in black soot, and oh, y'all, it gives this really, I don't know, dreamy, ethereal kind of edging to it that I really love. It darkens it. I don't know. It worked great because, Distress Oxide, awesome. Yeah, so I'm playing, just trying to, I don't know, get this card to do something. So from there, I think I grab a little piece of I'm trying to think. I'm going to dry it because, it takes a little time. Yeah, I'm going to grab a little more piece of that fabric, just a little tiny square that I'm going to rip and stick on down on the tag. And I really thought that this tag was going to be the focal somehow for me, but it doesn't completely work out. Now, I just happen to have a piece of yellow embroidery floss off to the side for some reason. And since I have that lemon yellow paint on there, I thought that would help pop it out a little bit more. So I'm going to stick that on top of that piece of fabric. And then, yeah, see, I'm getting that paint everywhere. But I decided to go over it a little bit on that card a little bit more. Yeah. And I've got these, what are they? The Big Talk stickers from Tim Holtz, and I recently got them, so I think this is the first time I'm actually using them, and I immediately see the word discover, so I stick that down, and it goes perfectly, that dark with the dark that's on the card. So I go ahead and I'm going to stick down that tag. I keep saying card. It's a tag. With my matte medium. I think it's the Liquitex matte medium. I'm going to stick it down and also go over a little bit to make sure that my fabric and my embroidery floss are stuck down well too. And y'all, I walked away from this, thinking I'm done. It's just gonna be awful. But then I decided, okay, no, I'm gonna work at it a little bit more. I walked away from this card, I don't know how many times. But I come in, I think that's mustard seed distress crayon just to add a little bit more yellow in it. And then that's a white china marker. I decided to go around the tag just to kind of make it pop up a little bit more, and then add a few more scribbles on there. And I really was just absolutely struggling here. So I walked away, and I recently took the Willow Wanders Wonky Bits class that from Wendy Sylvanic, I think. I'll try to put a link to that. And so I had this stack of these Wonky Bits, and I'm going through them. And as soon as I put that big leafy one down, I was like, oh, this is exactly what this page needs. Exactly. And so you see, I looked at it for a minute, but then I'm going to grab my Oohoo glue stick and glue it down. And y'all, that's really going to be it for this page. I struggled and struggled right there at the end trying to get that card, that tag, to be the focal when what I needed was a pop of bright. That the whole page was so dark, and this pop of white from the Wonky Bit worked out beautifully. All right, that's it, y'all. If you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, do it. Hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching. Keep on crafting on, y'all. Bye.